wanted to take just a few minutes to talk through how to navigate our course. As you know, this is ENC 1102, and it's a fully online 6-week course, which means it's a lot of content fast. On our homepage of our course, I provided my contact information as well as office hours. In order to access me during office hours, you can use the Canvas inbox to message me, or you can access me through Zoom. If you would like to meet with me via Zoom, though, I request that you let me know, if at all possible, a day in advance so that I can plan to be on Zoom waiting for you during a scheduled meeting. So I would like you to schedule that meeting. In order to schedule it, you will simply send me a message in Canvas inbox to schedule it. On our homepage of the course, you'll notice that there's a welcome video as well as a navigation video, which you're listening to now. I've also provided you buttons to the announcements, the syllabus, and the course modules, which are going to be 3 of the 4 main places that you'll want to access content this term. First, I want to draw your attention to announcements. Each Monday, you will receive an announcement from me with the week's due dates, any special information you might need to know about assignments, as well as potential extra credit opportunities. So it's very important that every Monday you are checking your inbox for that announcement. I generally post it as an announcement in the class, send it through Canvas inbox, as well as your Atlas email. So there's 3 places for you to catch that announcement. In addition to that, it's important that you have a look over the syllabus and the course modules. So if we go into the syllabus, you'll notice that there's lots of information, like the fact that this is a 6-week course. We're taking it during summer. All of that office hour information, I've really break it down here for you, where I mentioned that in addition to basic office hours, you can always, when preparing for your major essays, there's 2 of them this term. If you hold a Zoom conference with me where we go over your paper together, you can earn 2 points extra credit. And you get that feedback on your paper, which could be very helpful to you, especially in this type of a fast-paced course. In addition to that, I typically will respond to you, whether you email me or you use Canvas inbox within 48 hours, Monday through Friday. I do, however, reserve typically Saturday and Sunday for time with my family. That said, if you do need to contact me and you need a quick response over the weekend, I just ask in your subject bar that you indicate that urgency. So this is Comp 2, which is an application of the skills that you learned in Comp 1. We're going to move from the developing stage that you had in Comp 1 to more of a competency stage in Comp 2, where we are going from developing active reading skills to applying critical reading skills, where we're really honing in on documenting our source material properly using MLA, where we're applying conventions. In other words, we're using grammar and mechanics in the best way possible, depending on our writing situation. We want to show that we can write an argument and vary our sources and engage in a multi-stage writing and research process to produce our essays. For this class, you will have a textbook called the Valencia Reader, which is a totally online free textbook, as well as resources from me, so there's nothing for you to purchase. That said, you do have to have access to a computer and Canvas in order to be successful in this class. I've also provided you some information about distance tutoring, Ask a Librarian, and Canvas resource links, all of which may be helpful for you as you move through the course of the semester. Some important dates. Our start date is in May. We end in June. There's a withdrawal date in June, and we will be closed for the Memorial holiday. So I encourage you to take note of those dates. The no-show policy states that you are required to complete an assignment in the course or attend the class the first week of class. Now, because this is online, that means that you have to submit an assignment by the end of the no-show period. In this case, that's going to be by May 12th. You are going to need to complete your assignment. It's actually due on the 8th. It's going to be your syllabus quiz, but if it's not in by the 12th, you will be withdrawn as a no-show. In addition to that, you do have the option to withdraw from the class of your own accord by early June. That said, if you try to withdraw after the withdrawal date in June, then you would get an F rather than a withdrawal, a W on your transcript. So if you think that you may need to withdraw, please reach out to me, reach out to an advisor before you do that. I'd like to draw your attention to the academic integrity policy. We really here at Valencia are dedicated to making sure that we are being consistent and maintaining high academic standards and are trying to provide our work and our thoughts in the most, in a way that is indicative of integrity and thoughtful learning and consideration. As such, we want to avoid activities that might be considered academically dishonest. So that might be plagiarism or cheating or forgery or furnishing false information. It could be altering or misusing documents, misconduct during a testing situation, facilitating academic dishonesty. That could be you being a go-between between two people who are cheating. Reusing work from a different course or course attempt is considered self-plagiarism, and that's not okay either. All of those are examples of academic dishonesty, and we want to avoid those. In addition to that, you may now be familiar with ChatGPT and other AI writing tools like Bard, Copilot, certain versions of Grammarly, particularly those paid versions. Those are all a form of AI generating that students can use or sometimes do use to enhance their writing or to just write the work for them. However, in this class, you are not authorized to use those AI writers, whether that be to write the work for you or to enhance your writing. It is not allowed for this course. This is a composition course, so we need to see that you have the writing skills to do the work on your own. In the event that you are found to be using an AI writing tool, it will be considered an offense of the academic integrity policy. So for this course, a first offense will result in a 0 on the assignment without an opportunity to resubmit. A second offense will be an F earned in the course. I provided you a link if you want to have a closer look at the academic integrity policy for the college. If you are a student with a disability, I encourage you to reach out to the Office for Students with Disabilities to make sure that you get the accommodations that you require. In addition to that, if you find yourself struggling with stress or depression, anxiety, substance abuse, time management problems, any of those sorts of things, we do offer you Baycare, which is a behavioral health student assistance program that's free to all Valencia students. They will provide you with a number of free sessions of counseling that can be very helpful to you in your time of need. I've also provided you the attendance policy. This is an online course. You are expected to be an active participant. To be attending class, that means submitting assignments. It's not simply just looking at the pages. So do keep that in mind. In addition to that, I have a late work policy that is tiered for large assignments. So those are going to be your essays. You do get a 24-hour grace period without penalty. And then after that, you get another period of time of 48 hours where you get a 50% penalty on the assignment. However, for small assignments, those worth less than 10 points, they are not accepted late for any reason. That said, I understand that sometimes things happen and time gets away from you because of what's happening in your life. You are granted 3 extensions over the course of the term. If you would like to use an extension, you just need to contact me prior to the due date to request the extension. And when I say prior to the due date, I mean prior to 11:59, the day that the work is due. We will use MLA 9 for documenting our sources in this course, as we are an English course, so MLA is our documentation style. I provided you information about extra credit where you can earn those 2 points extra credit I talked about earlier. Please keep an eye out for additional extra credit opportunities that may be announced through the term through those announcements. I've also provided you the grading scale. This is a 100-point class, which means that each assignment is worth a certain number of points, and that's how many points it counts towards your actual grade. For example, the orientation quiz is worth 5 points. If you did not do that orientation quiz, the highest grade you could earn in the class is a 95. The introduction message board is 5 points. If you didn't do that, the highest you could make would be a 95, and so on and so forth. This is set up this way just so that it's very clear whatever number of points you have, that's how many points you have toward your total grade. I do pledge to get back to you within 48 hours, except on the weekend or if the college is closed, if you contact me, although I generally get back to you sooner than that, if at all possible. I've also provided you with a course schedule that you can have a look at where I've broken down each week what the assignments are and when they are due. So I encourage you to have a close look at that. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you about are the modules. To access the modules, you're going to click on modules, and then it will bring you to the modules for each week. You'll notice you only have access to the first page. In order to continue gaining access, you have to go through and read each of the pages and then complete the appropriate assignments for the module. Without doing this, you will not gain access to each of the pages that come afterward or the assignments that come after. So in order to gain access, you have to read through and complete assignments. I wanted to draw your attention to this now so that you are aware of how, if you're not able to access a page, it's likely because you haven't gone through in order each of the pages, reading them, and then completing the assignment that goes with it. So that's very important that you be aware of. I think that's all for now, and I think it's enough. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if you have questions as you are looking through the course, please feel free to reach out to me.